Good morning, guys. This is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and we're still up in Hell's Canyon, and it's Thursday, and we've been up here since last Friday. But the weather's not been real fantastic until about yesterday. It started getting pretty good, and it got real nice in the afternoon. But it looks like we're waking up, and I'm looking through the sunroofs here in my CVT, and it looks like it's going to be an amazing day. So we're going to hop up out of here. We're going to get some breakfast made, and then we're going to go out for a little bit of an adventure today and check out some of the canyon. So I'm really stoked about that. All right, so I'm just getting packed up and ready to go out on this hike. I'm just making sure I got all my camera gear and some food and snacks for the day, and plus any other items that I think I could possibly need. It is just really turning out to be a gorgeous day. The sun's out, beautiful blue skies. I think it's gonna be really nice. It's really nice reprieve considering the fact that, like I said, the first few days of this trip have just been nothing but rain, hail, snow, and it's been fairly miserable. But I will say that having the white trailer with me on this trip that has the tall rack and the ability to have the Denali tent with the full annex out, man, that's been a lifesaver on this. It's been a really great base camping setup, giving me tons of room to basically store my gear out of the weather and have still plenty of room for me and to sleep and be comfortable throughout the whole mess. And it's just kept me warm and dry the whole time. So yeah, really good setup. Especially good setup for base camps like this where we've been here. We're gonna be here a full week. I've been here since Friday. It's now Thursday. Yeah, it's been working out really well. But like I said, we're gonna finish getting this pack loaded and we're gonna get down the road. All right, so I've gotten up here on this hillside overlooking the canyon, and there's a couple trails that I can take. I can either go from here and go all the way down to the bottom of the canyon to where the river is, or I can cut across and go out onto a big flat called Bear Flat. Me and Matt were out here a couple days ago, and we started out glassing this hillside, and we found a bear just down below, and so we hiked down the other canyon side, but I was able to get close enough to get some footage of it and everything, but that was about it. It was still a really cool sighting, but it's a long ways down there, and it's a real hard hump out of there. And I have to be honest, my legs are still kind of feeling it. So I may, after looking around here a little bit, I may go ahead and cut around and go check out bare flat and kind of see what's on that other side. But basically what I'm doing right now is I've got this 600mm lens on my camera, and I also have a 1.4x teleconverter, which I think gets it out to somewhere like the neighborhood of 700 to 800 mil. I don't know exactly what it comes out to be honest. But I'm just scanning hillsides. I'm just kind of going up and down the hillsides, kind of just picking out a piece at a time and just looking through and seeing if I find anything that looks out of place or out of ordinary, colors, shapes, anything like that. And then I'm zooming in as far as I can see, just see if I can make out what it is. But I mean, it's over a mile across, and even with this long lens, I can just barely even make out objects, so small objects over there. So, but we're gonna sit here for a little bit. We'll see if we can find anything, and if not, then we'll see how we feel, and we'll move on to another area. All right, so I was moving along this big open flat area, and I kind of came over a slight roll and found a herd of elk up here bedded down. Unfortunately, I kind of came up and one of them must have spotted me or winded me or something. But they all got up and they weren't sure, and I got myself tucked in. There's just like these two trees that are out in the middle of this thing, and I've got myself tucked in, and they milled around for quite a while. And I've got some video and some photos, but they're a good ways off. I'd say at the closest I've been to them that they were probably a good 200 yards off. Now, as things go, they've kind of moved off. They've just nonchalantly kind of grazed off, and they're starting to kind of crest over another hill, and I'm just sitting here waiting for them to fully crest over that hill, and then I'm going to see if I can't move in a bit closer and get a bit closer on them. But as it is right now, if I was to move, they would spot me right out because it's just wide open grass. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you a quick update of what's going on here. So the elk, last I talked to you guys, there was one cow and she was staring me down, and so I just sat here real quiet, in fact so quiet that I just fell asleep. And when I woke up, mainly because I felt a little tick crawling on me, I looked over there thinking for sure that they'd be gone, and they're not. They laid back down, and they're just hanging out over there. I see one has got up now, but she's just milling around, doesn't know I'm here at all. So what I did is I snuck out of here. I snuck out of here on my hands and knees and got back to where I could use the terrain to my advantage, and I got back over to the trees that I left all my gear, and I grabbed my chest pack, threw a couple spare batteries, and grabbed the cannon, which I'm talking to you on now, and I worked my way back in here, and now I'm sitting here. So now I've got fresh batteries, the elk are still here, and they have no clue I'm here at this point. So I'm just gonna wait them out and see if when they kind of get up. I'm a lot closer now. I'd say I'm probably just about 100 yards from them at this point. So with my long lens and everything, should have some opportunity to hopefully get some nice photos. I think it's running about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun is beating on me pretty hard. So I did also grab my my flannel so I could kind of put it over my head and everything and get the sun off me, because we're just wide open out in this grass right now. But anyhow, I want to let you guys watch a little time lapse while I try to figure out why I sit here and wait and see what they do. Okay, so a couple gunshots went off. It is spring bear season, and there are hunters about in some of the different valleys, and the gunshot was, I don't know, a ways away, but it was enough to get them to stand up, and then I started to try to get some shots, and I started messing with the camera, and of course they were already a little bit on alert, so they picked me out pretty quick with the movement over here. So I've been taking a few shots of them and everything. They don't seem to be super spooked, but they're definitely keeping an eye on the situation over here. So I don't know if I'm getting anything good, but I tell you what, it's just really fun to be here and to be out in this kind of terrain and be this close to them. So anyhow, I'm gonna keep messing around shooting and hopefully I get something worthwhile. All right, well, that didn't go exactly the way I planned. Like I said, those elk saw me as soon as I started messing with the camera, and they jetted down the hill, and I managed to get a couple more shots in and a few more clips of them moving across, and boy, they cleared some ground and moved out. And so, but anyways, I've came back to where I was sitting with them because I had to come back and grab this camera, and I noticed that 2 more elk just moved in behind me, and they're right between me and my pack where the trees are. So the main thing is there's a water hole up here, so I think they're coming up here to the water. So I'm gonna watch on them for a little bit and see if we can't get some photos of them. They don't have a clue I'm here. They're just moseying on, eating. Yeah, so I love this place. You gotta love this place. It's just absolutely amazing. Well, this day is starting to come to an end. The sun's getting pretty low in the sky, and I've got a ways to hike out yet, but I've just got myself perched out here on this little point overlooking this amazing view of this canyon and everything beyond. Believe it or not, this is everything you can see beyond is roadless wilderness, about as far as you can see. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. This country is the type of country that's made for primal outdoors. It's a type of country that definitely makes me feel lucky that I can come and spend time here. Really, really appreciate being able to spend this time, and then today with the, being in with the elk, and I don't even know if any of those pictures are going to turn out. I definitely know that none of them are National Geographic worthy by any means, but just being able to spend time and be that close to them is it was just amazing, and really, really great day. But I better start packing up and getting out of here, and because I do have a good hike yet left to get back to the truck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down below. I want to give a special shout out for my patrons on Patreon. I really appreciate your guys' donations. And I'll see you guys again outside.